Reawaken your senses. Reignite your passions. Reimagine your experience. Reinforcements have arrived, and together we will gain victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Overwatch GeForce Season 1. We are ready for an amazing match. Game Guardian from Bangalore taking on Kurukshetra from Mumbai. We had an exciting match yesterday, but before we get to the highlights, let's take a look at the lineups. Game Guardian coming in first. We've got Karthik, Codex, MN, Tawheed, Tazi, Basha, Dheeraj, RatZ, Shinoy, Faizan, Doodle, Akib, Nidesh, Inflame, NG, and Rohit, Baba Venom, CT. What do you think, RatZ?
Well, I did mention it in the pre-show. Codex, being the Dota player, he knows what to do. He can call in the shots and help his team out. Tazi, he's got that aim. RatZ, also another Dota player. He might be playing support in this one because he tends to have a support role in Dota. And the same goes with Baba Venom. And I'm assuming Doodle and Inflame, they've got traits of both sides. So it's a very balanced team coming in from both backgrounds, the MOBA and the FPS background.
Alright, let's look at Kurukshetra from Mumbai now. These guys have Quincy, Kancha Samal, Rohan Slayer Samal, brothers, I'm assuming.
Yep, I mean, that's actually pretty good because brothers, they're going to have that brilliant team chemistry and team synergy, and they will be able to lead the team together. So then we also got Nimit, Rex, Kenyal, I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I have no idea who these players are. We also have Harkit Singh Hartwork, Storm Red Furtado. That is a pretty cool name from my side. Yeah, that's brilliant. And Harsh Max Madkiker. So I hope I pronounced that correct, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologize if the pronunciation was wrong. So Kurukshetra Mumbai, coming in as like an army unit. So it's actually pretty. It's going to be.
We'll show you their accounts right now. They've actually used the cafe accounts instead of personal accounts. They've gone Kuruk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full, full cafe mode. But as RatZ mentioned earlier, like none of these players are really known because they're one of you guys. They're people who go to the cafes, people who enjoy spending times at their favorite cafes. And when this Overwatch GeForce Cup Season 1 came up, the NVIDIA selected that Platinum Cafes as teams because those are the premium places to experience the best games on the best possible hardware. These cafes give you that assurance. So it is the community from these cafes that is representing them, and that's what it's all about: promoting the game, promoting esports, instilling that sense of gaming at a slightly higher level. Battle for fun, battle for fame.
Exactly, man. And that's what that's the whole purpose of the GeForce Cup. So this is going to be a really fun match. Hey, it might not be, it might be one-sided. I hope that does not happen.
Absolutely.
But it could be really close. But in the end, these guys are playing for fun. Looking at the chat right now, these guys are just they're sending requests to one another, and they decide, and they're already planning to play later after this tournament. So this is actually going to be really fun.
Yeah, well, we're just going to show you some quick highlights from yesterday's exciting match, and then we will get straight into Game 2. gentlemen, as you saw there, some exciting plays between LXG Chennai and ARG Bangalore. Unfortunately for ARG Bangalore, LXG Chennai came out on top. But today we have Kurukshetra in Mumbai and Game Guardian in Bangalore. We're ready to go in game. Let's get started with the action. First map up, Route 66. Also, just a quick reminder, guys, Alienware is conducting experience zone events at each cafe during the tournament. So if a cafe near you is playing, make sure you head on over there and have a good time. We've got RatZ on observation and casting alongside me. We hope to have an exciting game for you guys to watch.
I'm really excited for this game. And Route 66 and Kurukshetra, they're on the defense side, and that is that's the best side to be on, in my opinion, for this map, Route 66. As you can see showing on the camera, this is the initial choke point till this petrol station. That is the place where the defense, they want to hold on for that first point, and we're going to go moving straight into the players. So we're going to have the Lucio, you're going to have, like, looking at the composition, since you don't know who they are, who's behind those computers, looking at the composition of Kurukshetra, they're going to be running in a Lucio, a McCree offense, a Junkrat, right? Going to be playing a defense, a very, good pick, for those close
also just for long range nades going up
across and that the choke is point. Annoying, and a lot of players in the community, they personally hate Junkrat. We've also got a Soldier 76. We've also got Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Meme, your absolute favorite, my friend. And we've got Reinhardt on the tank.
Now what I'm surprised to see actually is no Zarya coming out from either side.
Yeah, and that's actually, right, Zarya is not, Zarya is a very situational pick. If you look at the tier picking system, she is not like the always favorite pick, not like the Lucio and the Zenyatta you need. But what surprises me even more is Kuruksetra's composition. 1 tank, 4 DPS, and 1 healer, the Lucio. So that Lucio, he has a lot of, he's got to do a lot of things here. And the side of Game Guardian, they're just making a quick move here. Tazi playing up that Bastion.
Oh, wow, that Bastion gets that pick. Not Bastion assisted, but Zenyatta finishing off.
Yeah, that's Zenyatta. Playing Sport Road, playing it very aggressively. Codex, however, on this Diva, he is going to find...
Look at that Zenyatta flanking with the Diva. I do not think Kurukshetra know what's happening at this point.
Look at Kurukshetra. They're getting completely destroyed here. And Game Guardian are just taking them on. As they try to feel the heals immediately, and Lucio will be the next to follow. McCree has been spotted out, and he has to be really careful if he doesn't want to get caught out here. Draz, he is on that Hanzo, trying to find a pick off McCree. He's going to get spotted out, but he's going to be safe for now. And Kurukshetra, this is not looking good for them, as this side of, this is really not...
it's not a pretty sight for them, but hopefully they will learn and adjust as they go point. That Diva ult should push them back, might even pick up a kill or two. It does take out the Reinhardt. Codex doing what he needs to do with that Diva.
Yep, he is the captain after all, and he might be giving shots right now, and they are actually working to absolute perfection. Oh, but the Junkrat Riptire, will he be able to get a kill though? He does manage to pop out Lucio in distance, but
I think between his ult and his death passive, he managed to pick up 2 there.
Yeah, the Bastion as well.
However, I'm not sure whether it's going to be enough. Soldier has no idea who's behind him. Codex once again utilizing that Diva, the maneuverability, and of course the close range damage.
Yep, and Draz here, he's got that ultimate, the Hanzo's Dragon.
We're gonna see that ult coming up any minute now. He's going to want to clear a path for his teammates. He's trying to get them some vision, trying to get that information. He doesn't want to waste it on a player or two. That's smart. Yeah, they're not getting overconfident. They're still being smart and playing safe.
Oh, but what was that play there from the McCree? He will use that, he'll use the high noon there, the Deadeye, and he will take 2 kills. And look at Kurukshetra, they're coming back. They take 4 quick kills there. And Kodak, he's going to pop off that self-destruct. However, he does only manage to pick up 1 kill. Getting back onto the mech is going to get destroyed completely and immediately. And now he's all alone there with Baba Venom.
I think what happened to the Kurukshetra we saw on the first checkpoint? Where did that play come out from? I think great work from the whole team.
I think they were just getting warmed up here, but looks like Codex is in a world of hurt as he gets taken down there by the man.
Watch me, man.
Yep. But looking at the side of Game Guardian, they've got all their ultimates up and ready. They've got four of their ultimates. And it looks like
Kurukshetra are in for a world of hurt, ladies and gentlemen. They will have no idea what hit him. Baba Venom picking up the double, Tazzy cleaning up the Lucio. Finally, a Hanzo ult coming off just to make sure they have the space to push. So they actually weren't looking at killing them. They just wanted to clear out the space to get on the payload and push with 3 men.
Yep.
That's quite smart.
Yep. But in that fight, they kind of overkilled it there.
Absolutely, definitely.
It was an overkill because in Flame he used that Earth Shatter Doodle with his offensive Lucio Sonic Blast there. It was good, but it was too much of an overkill, and they are going to pay for it as they have no ultimates to come back to. As by the looks of things, you can see that
I think Matri's almost got High Noon, and Kuruk 4 does also have May's ultimate, so they might be looking at combining those sometime soon. Soldier 76 looking at flanking Game Guardian, but that is not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
They keep getting picked off one by one, and I think that is Kuruksetra's biggest problem they need to look at fixing.
Yeah,
they're not fighting as a unit.
Exactly, and Overwatch, you need to fight as a unit. You can't just be spread across the entire map. I know May, she has got her ultimate up and
She's gonna want to use it right about now, and she does. Will she get? Oh, beautiful wall saves her team.
Oh, but unfortunately, Game Guardian, they're coming back on top here and they're dealing a lot of damage. RatZ, however, gets taken down there by that Junkrat who is just spamming those grenades and using those traps to its full efficiency. But looks like that won't be the case. Oh, he does manage to send the Reinhardt flying up in the air, and he is probably going to snap a kill here. But the Reinhardt team is up and running. Tazzy in that bastion. He is going to be dealing damage. But here comes that Riptide. Will be able to get a pick off though. Gets one, unfortunately, not enough for more. But this may. And that is game for
Game Guardian took advantage of the fact that Kurukshetra were in tatters, but hopefully they will learn from this and stay a little smarter and safer in the coming rounds.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And I think, Kurukshetra, they might not be good on the defending side, but they could be really aggressive on the attacking side, and they might catch the side of Game Guardian off guard, because most teams, they don't expect in Overwatch, they don't expect the first team to come rushing in immediately. They don't want to charge up their ults. But
Absolutely.
Kurukshetra, they've got the opportunity to just come waltzing, like flying in there and just, going ham. They have got the DPS for it. As you can see, they've got the Genji, they've got the Soldier 76, they've got the Mei, and they've also running the 2 tanks, the Diva and the Reinhardt, with a Mercy in the backline. So they can actually pull this off. Whereas the side of Game Guardian,
It's actually going to come down to how good that Mercy can support, because they are sacrificing one offensive person for that pure heal role. And given what we saw in the first first 3 checkpoints when they were defending, they're gonna need all the help they can get.
Yep, and exactly, well said there. And also, I'm kind of scared for one thing in this Game Guardian lineup. They're running the Pharah Mercy, Codex on the Pharah, Baba Venom on that Mercy, and that damage boost rocket is no joke. As she can just deal a whole lot of damage, and we can see here.
But the real question is, are they playing that, or do they just have a Mercy in the lineup? Right, as we can see, Farah's jumped up and Mercy's nowhere nearby. She's actually powering out the Bastion, so maybe they're looking at the Pharah distracting them while Bastion picks them up with that damage boost.
Yep.
Who knows how well it goes, but let's see.
But it's a very nice setup they have here. They've got 3, they've got Tazzy, Inflame and Baba holding on to the left side, while Codex, Doodle and RatZ, they're holding on to the right. And it looks like that will be the start here. Genji from Kurukshetra is going to spot out this Hanzo and try to take him out.
Oh, Farah's like, nope!
That's not gonna
Regarding
happen.
this family reunion shot, she picks up another kill.
And she's dealing a lot of damage here. Even though she does not have any damage booster, she could be in a lot of trouble. She only has 125 points.
Kurukshetra aren't doing themselves any favor funneling through that trailer. They are literally lining up for that Pharah and giving her free kills and charge for her rocket barrage, and that is going to be possible.
But this Bastion there gets punished by that Genji deflect, and Genji is going in straight for Baba Venom, who's actually gonna drop down really low here, and he's gonna be chased away.
So the good thing is, Kurukshetra Genji has actually distracted the surviving Game Guardian players and allowed his teammates to push a little. The rocket barrage does come in from the Pharah. Unfortunately, she can't make much of it other than taking out the Mercy in the long run. Yes, they might see a team fighter too. And what just happened there?
Well, it looks like Rhino just charged it in flame, going in ham there, using the Earth Shadow, but does not connect onto anyone. Only managed to get one kill from that exchange.
But then Yata pops his ultimate to save the Mercy, who'd actually dived in to try and keep the Reinhardt alive. I mean, dedicated support. I'll give him that much.
Oh, but this Genji with his Dragon Blade is going to take down both the supports and is looking for more. Kodak trying to find him out here, and looks like that won't be the case as Genji, he'll take the fall.
Absolutely. I mean, we might have written Kurukshetra a lot off a little, but however, they are doing a decent job on the offensive. And I mean, but then again, attacking, just YOLO rushing is a little easier than putting up a coordinated defense.
That's true indeed.
And that's pretty much what happened when Game Guardian were on the attacking side. They just rushed in, showed no signs of slowing down, and went ham. Like, they did not give Kurukshetra a minute to breathe, and Kurukshetra were punished for it. Like, they let Game Guardian dictate the pace there. They didn't, try and catch off anybody. And once again, we see Tazi trying to go for that flank bastion with the damage boost. The question is, will Kurukshetra expect it this time?
Well, we'll have to wait and see what Game Guardian have in mind, because they have got the bastion on the flanks here. But
Wasted rocket barrage, if you ask me, but the Reinhardt charge does manage to find Codex.
Yep.
I personally felt that was a wasted chance, but I think Codex has walked in front of that Reinhardt, and is unfortunate that happened for him.
And Reinhardt, he still has his Earth Shatter here. And he can use it. He's just saving it.
No, I think he's saving it because he knows there's nobody to back him up or to do the damage after he's at least knocked him down. They want to make the most of it. Tazi once again trying to set up a flank with his Bastion.
Yeah, and looks like there comes the Hanzo ultimate. And
I think he missed everything.
Yeah, he didn't manage to get a single kill, but he is going to follow that Genji, however. And Genji is just playing around.
He's going to want to go Dragon Blade. He does pop. Mercy goes down. Tazi goes down, but that's about it.
Oh,
May coming up with a big double. Reinhardt and Zenyatta both down. And I think that's a good push from Kurukshetra. I did not see them getting to the second checkpoint. I'll be honest about that.
That is actually really brilliant. I mean, that Genji player, taking out the Bastion because he was being the biggest annoyance for this entire side of
what's
Kurukshetra.
most important here is the Game Guardian heroes actually went down one by one a few seconds apart. Right, so that is going to mean they're going to respawn in a sort of staggered schedule, giving Kurukshetra that priceless extra push.
Yep. But we can't rule Game Guardian out just yet. I mean, they've got three of the ultimates.
They've got the Mercy Revive, they've got the Zenyatta YOLO heal,
Yeah.
and of
Don't
course
forget the Bastion.
The Bastion.
Yeah. And if Bastion gets caught out here,
It's got tank.
yeah, he's going to get taken out here. There you go. The Farah trying her best, but the Mace is going to take him out. And Kurukshetra, they're actually doing really well. They're just picking off everybody in the
And
side.
Mercy comes in with the last minute revive. However, can Kurukshetra make the most of it? Oh, that is a beautiful Diva ult. The question, oh my god, I thought the Zenyatta would save them, but he could not. That is perfectly timed from Kurukshetra, and I do not believe that we are looking at Kurukshetra on 3 checkpoints.
Whoa, that's actually brilliant. I mean, the Diva ultimate coming out there, and the best part is they actually won this. They got 13 more seconds into this, and that's going to matter a lot into overtime as we're going to head into this final round between both the sides. Now, guys, remember that if this does go to a draw, it will be a tiebreaker on
a best of 1 on Ilios. That is the standard format in case of any ties.
Yep.
So that's what we saw in the first match yesterday, and I'm actually quite surprised we're here today, given how it started off. But then again, ARG versus LXG was pretty much the same story. So much back and forth. I think both teams just find it difficult to defend because they are all still relatively new to the game, at least as a unit, if not as individuals. And they might not have that understanding, but given time, as we progress through the tournaments, the teams that do make it through, I am hoping they will put in more time, put in more effort, and towards the latter stages of the tournament, we will see better defensive plays. Because on offense, they've been great. Like that Diva ult, that was
brilliant. Yeah,
I mean, sending the
and it
the
wasn't-
mecha from above the payload might have helped a little more, but
I mean,
I think it got the job done
But
just as well.
it does throw them off guard because most of them would expect a deval to come from above.
Yeah, so, okay,
like death from
fair
above,
enough.
but it was more like death right in front of your face, and that was the name of the game. So right now, Kurukshetra, they are up and in front of Game Guardian here, just dealing a lot of damage. Genji is spotted out the Lucio, but it looks like he's going to be playing it really safe as he drops down hit on the in-flame, however. It's not that he's up and running and he's just trying his best to support his Kurukshetra. They're finally playing in as a unit, and you did mention the defense is bad on both sides.
So they have learned a little from the first time round defending, and I think they are trying their very best to make sure they don't make the same mistakes. They are giving them a little room to push. However, they're just trying to hold as a unit. Look at that great use of the main wall, slowing them down just a bit, making sure they don't get their attacks through. Reinhardt really needs to come back with his wall, and he does in time. The question is May going to get wrecked when she comes out of her popsicle? No! Yes! Well, I stand corrected.
Yeah, that'll be the first pick of her. And this Mercy, she got her resurrection.
I think we got a backstab coming in from Kurukshetra.
So it looks like Codex here, coming in from the back, takes down one, destroys the mech of the second diva, and takes her out as well. And that is going to be the first point for the side of Game Guardians.
So yeah, absolutely. So while Game Guardians did definitely work on, learn from the first round, they were too passive. They were defending as a unit, but once again they let Kurukshetra let Game Guardian dictate the pace of the game, and that is where they suffered.
And Mercy, she does have a
Mercy should really revive them now if they want any chance of, holding on to this. Well, oh my God, this is just unfortunate.
Oh, but she is doing a good job, and that is going to be in flame. I mean, that's going to be the Reinhardt from Kurukshetra going in ham here. But
The question is,
taken down.
does the Mercy have the awareness to go in and revive the Reinhardt, who is now behind the enemy team?
Yep, but that Reinhardt has taken the fall, and Mercy looks like she's going to save her ultimate for a rainy day.
If you ask me, that was the rainy day, and that could have changed the game for them.
It looks like right now Kurukshetra, they're focusing on getting their ultimates in, and there's no time. So if they win this next team fight, all they have to do is capture the first point and get to that that point in the meters there. And right now that should be what their aim at the moment. So this Genji, he's got really low on health. They've got 3 ultimates up and running, the May ultimate and Dragon Blade. If they pop it up, if they do the Blizzard Dragon Blade combo, they can deal a lot of damage.
Well, they just lost 3 players to just sloppy play, and I feel that is going to cost him. May does pop it out, however she is contesting the push. Genji with the Dragon Blade comes in. Can they stop the push from Game Guardian here? Zenyatta in time, just in time, saves one person.
Oh, but RatZ there in the Hanzo taking it. Oh wait, well, what happened right there? I mean, Game Guardian. It looks like they moved away from the payload.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, they just left the payload. They were.
They were so close. I mean,
They were 1 meter away, ladies and gentlemen. Game Guardian just getting carried away with that offense.
1 meter after the second point, and they just lost it completely because they were hungry for kills. I think that is one of the mistakes I've seen most teams make.
Absolutely.
They don't play for objective.
You need to play the objective. That's what Overwatch is about.
Yeah, you need to POTG, man. You have to play the objective. Oh wait, I think it's PT. I mean, I'm not sure. It's a battlefield term. Sorry for bringing that up.
PTO. Play the objective.
Exactly, PTO. My bad. But yeah, so Kurukshetra right now, they're going to be on attack while we're going to see Game Guardian on defense here. And it looks like they're going to switch things up here. Codex is going to be playing that Widowmaker while Doodle is going to be on the Junkrat. Meanwhile, Kurukshetra running up the same lineup again. And they have been pulling off this single healer, composition really well here. 2 tanks, 3 DPS and a single healer. Going good for them.
I mean, last time they did manage to just catch Game Guardian off guard with their offense, just as they were caught off guard. However, this time I do feel Kurukshetra defended better. They did learn, but Game Guardian wasn't up. There was no reason Game Guardian needed to push. They had all the time in the world. They held on for a contest for over 60 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, and then they just lost track.
Yep.
They got carried away.
Looks like Genji here. Good. I mean, very sneaky. Nice play coming out from him.
Oh,
Unfortunate there, RatZ. spotting him out and takes him out immediately, and that is going to give them the advantage as they lost the first hero there in the 66. Now it's a 5v6 situation in this fight, and RatZ dealing a lot of damage with these rockets, but it looks like Diva from Kurukshetra is going to take him out there. And right now it's just a matter
Once
of
again, we talked about those Junkrats just spamming the nades from across the map. Codex coming up big, the Game Guardian captain with his Widowmaker.
Yep, I mean he's just buying up the charges, trying to find out.
I don't think he's seen the Farah go up.
Yep, he hasn't, but he does move away immediately. He knows what is up, and looks like the Farah, he's gonna have a bit of a tough time at the moment. He's gonna need some help, and Kurukshetra right now they need to stay as a unit and go in aggressive. But looks like Inflame isn't in a blind spot.
Reinhardt got frozen, except nobody knew what to do at the time. And he's just sitting there with the shield, buying his team time, running down the clock. Kurukshetra really need to do something now.
Yeah, and this Bastion is doing a good job. He's got that ultimate up and running, and he's just taking the perfect position there to try and deal a lot of damage, destroying that Reinhardt shield, and dealing a lot of damage, just completely catching them off guard. And he's just doing a fine job right now.
Absolutely. I mean, the corner Bastion plays have been pretty much the center of their strategy.
Heroes never die.
Can the Genji catch him out?
Yep. And it looks like he will, but
I mean, not before Tazi takes out the people, so it works out.
yep. But you have to note the time. They just have 24 seconds to actually get to the second point.
Kurukshetra with the Dragon Blade, Zenyatta uses his ultimate to make sure he, the Widowmaker and Junkrat do not fall. I think that was priceless. I personally felt it started off a little early, but oh my god, the Farah out of nowhere with the Rocket Barrage only catches the Genji. Ouch, she would have been wanting more out of that. The team was pretty much grouped up for her. However, it does not matter. Game Guardian going all out. Kurukshetra crumbling one by one.
I mean, this is just hard to watch, man. I mean, Kurukshetra, they had a really good offense in their second round.
I mean, you can't help but feel bad for them. But then again, Game Guardian did give them a lifeline by not completing the, previous round. So,
But Game Guardian, they should start playing for objectives instead of going for kills, because that, I mean, towards the next, let's say, assuming they win this one and they move it towards the second round, they could be in in a lot of trouble. And the play of the game here coming out from Tazi as the Bastion.
Not surprised. He's been coming up huge for Game Guardian all throughout the match, but that is also partly because Kurukshetra just walked into him.
Yep, and there you go, a triple kill. Make that a quad. Okay, a triple kill coming out.
Would have been a quad by the end of that clip.
Could have been, definitely. And that was just a brilliant play coming out from Tazi. I mean, look at the damage he has done. 24,629. That's 32% of the entire team damage. But Codex again with 43 eliminations. That is just phenomenal.
So Game Guardian, ladies and gentlemen, have taken map 1. We're just going to go into a quick recess while we decide map 2. The losing team, Kurukshetra, will pick map 2. It is going to be
an assault map.
An assault map. So let's see what happens, guys. We'll be right back.
Reawaken your senses. Reignite your passions. Reimagine your experience. Reinforcements have arrived, and together we will gain victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kurukshetra have picked Hanamura for map 2. Let's see how this works out for them.
Yep, and map 2, it being an assault map here, and Hanamura is one of those maps that I personally dislike because of the two major choke points at point A and B. The first one primarily being
the gate.
this drag. I mean, I would like to call this a dragon gate. I mean, when you play CS and then you switch to Overwatch, you tend to make these call-outs for your teams, but they won't know. So you gotta be like, okay, there's a guy to the left, there's a guy to the right. So I mean, maybe these teams, they have their own personal call-outs.
Yeah.
But this dragon gate, this is the first choke point. But fortunately for the attacking team, they have got a method of point of entry here, like a side point for the Genji or the Hanzo, whoever can climb
Yesterday
it.
we did see several Genji wall climb fails. He was just like bumping into the wall again and again and again.
That was just hilarious to watch.
And we also had one of the biggest fails of the tournament so far with I think the May.
Oh yes, the
Yeah,
May.
like
She
she froze 3 people on the top left balcony on the second point and missed 3 headshots on the Zenyatta.
Yeah, and the Zenyatta, he had his ultimate charge up and running, just popped his ultimate and just snowballed with his team. And that was LXG Chennai's play there, and they just, it was ARG's play, and LXG just played them with their own play. That was just really bad. But one thing about this game, look at the defense side, look at what the side of Game Guardian has picked. They have picked Winston, the Harambe, and this is the first time we're seeing a Winston in this tournament here.
Yep.
2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 DPS. They're going with the standard lineup, whereas Kurukshetra, they are going in with standard 1 healer.
I think both Draz was already at 25% on his rocket barrage. Amazing.
But he did get taken down there.
He did get taken down.
And he's going to have the long run back home, but May's going to also take the point.
Just look at that super deep position the Bastion has within the point. Nobody really expects a Bastion to be staring at you straight down from the point. Kuruktu does manage, and that is a great double jump away from the action. He's going to want to try and come back.
Yep, and he's going to use that deflect and take him down though, but Bastion really low on health. He could take the fall.
I think both of them are bleeding. This is... Oh, he comes back with HP while Bastion repairs himself.
Oh, this is actually a pretty intense fight. But
actually, the best thing is he's actually distracting most of Game Guardian. Unfortunately, his teammates got taken down.
Yep, and he will also take the fall right there. As Game Guardian, the Mercy in Kurukshetra had the resurrection, could have used it to resurrect 3 people there and continue the fight, but it won't be the case. And in Flame, just doing a good job holding that shield up and running while the rest of the team just deals with damage here. And Kurukshetra, there is nothing much they can do. There is a Dragon Blade as well as a resurrection. So the Genji on Kurukshetra, we'll have to wait and see how he plans to play this.
What I've seen now is, unlike most teams, Game Guardian are playing really deep. They've actually moved back into the side and are just holding that. And Kurukshetra aren't taking advantage of that. They are being given time and space to dictate how the game goes, but they're not being used.
And look at that, initiation from Kurukshetra, which is not working the favor. From that Diva bomb to that Genji ultimate, then work, and Diva is going to get pinned all the way back there.
However, the good thing is the Reinhardt is all but out of the equation back there.
Oh, but Codex there getting 2 quick kills and might get a 3rd one, but the main ice.
The wall. Watch me whip. Watch me May.
Oh, Lucio getting a solo kill onto the May there and just running away with those rollerblades of his. So, right now, Team Game Guardian, they are actually in a very good spot at the moment.
That Bastion, I have no idea what he's doing, sitting in the middle, eating damage to the face.
Yep, and looks like Diva here has got that self-destruct. You might see it come out sooner or later.
But the thing is, Game Guardian are playing so spread out. I don't really see them doing much.
Yeah, but it seems to be...
It's got to be perfectly timed and placed inside the side. It goes inside, except people are probably going to be around the wall. That's a double kill. That's probably as good of a result they could afford for, given how Game Guardian have set up all throughout this defensive half.
And that they're gonna get this first point, and they're gonna get that extra minute, 2 minute, 4 minute increase in assault. I keep getting confused with the assault.
We all do.
It's pretty hard. So right now they've got 4 minutes, close to 5 minutes here to try and get the second point, and they should probably take this snowball advantage.
I like how Diva's been a little patient with a lot of trigger discipline. She had that flank on Farah. I don't know why she didn't take it. She could have easily walked up. That's what she was doing. But then she saw Bastion being aggressive, and she's like, oh, I think I'll shoot you instead.
It looks like Kuruk, they might be, if Kuruk makes a move right now, they could be walking into a trap as there are 5 ultimates. But RatZ is going to take the fall, and Codex super low on health, could pop that primary rate, go in aggressive, and looks like he's just going to go in for this Genji, who manages to make it out. He's just playing around with Genji, buying some time here, while the rest of Kurukshetra, but the May Blizzard is up and ready. That this could be a massive fight coming up.
We're in for an icy end.
Yep, a massive team fight could be happening right here. And it looks like the primary rate has been used. Codex is going to go ham here. RatZ pulling out that rocket barrage. But the May Blizzard is going to come in. Freezes 3 heroes in. Kuruk going in. Gets a double kill with that Riptire. But Baba Venom is there with the Zenyatta Transcendence. And that is going to keep 4 of the heroes up and alive.
I think without that Transcendence, that was definitely a quad kill.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm good. I mean, Game Guardian just played it really well. I mean, Primal, especially Codex, you know, he managed to take down 2 members in this. I mean, a single person inside of Kurukshetra, and that actually gave them that 5v6 advantage. But they had to use the combo nonetheless, as May did pop the Blizzard. They do have that Earth Shatter and the Dragon Bear onto Genji and the Reinhardt. So we might actually see another combo coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if this Reinhardt went charging in like a YOLO madman. And there you go. I called it right here. Gets the pin. He's
got the Earth Shatter. Shatter should be coming out now, and he does take down a Diva. He takes down. What is happening? Chaos, utter chaos.
Yep, and it looks like Game
Oh my god,
Guardian.
Tazzy just coming up with his Bastion again, doing what he's been doing all game. Sitting around the corner where he's hard to see.
Yeah, and I've noticed Tazzy, he hasn't used his ultimate much at all. It's like he's never needed to.
Is it that he doesn't know how to, or hasn't?
I mean, I'm completely not sure about that. We might have to be live at the cafe to find out. And but he is doing.
I think he's saving it for the rainy day. He's like, no,
never know. Yeah,
never needed it. Yeah.
Oh, Tazzy, he's going to get taken down by the soldier.
They were soldiers behind them. They have no idea. It's going to get frozen. Dragon Blade comes out. The rocket barrage as well. And I think that should be the point.
Yeah, that should be the point there. As everybody in the side of Game
Oh, Diva with them.
Oh, that was painful. I mean, did not manage to get anybody, and that fight again did not work well in Kurukshetra's favor. There was no follow-up as you know, Game Guardian played really well, backing it off and then coming back in with the rest of the team from the point, from the spawn point, and that is actually gonna help them in their favor. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. They have got 4 ultimates, and Doodle using up one of his ultimates there. I'm not sure if it was a panic ultimate because he was only. I mean, there was no combo required. And it looks like Doodle will pay the price though, but he's gonna back away to safety, so he is in a pretty good spot at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, Game Guardian are once again pretty much set up to hold on to the site without any problem. They've got Bastion, Tazzy, who's not really doing much with his ultimate, but they've got the Earth Shatter, they've got Primal Rage.
And you can see Kuruk
And Jazz is seconds away from a rocket barrage.
And
oh, the double Earth Shatters come out. Mercy rushes to the aid of her soldier.
Oh, but Tazzy there, popping up the ultimate, dealing a lot of damage, but he will get taken down, and the fire rocket barrage coming in from RatZ as they are going to be cleaning house, taking down 2 members in the side of Kurukshetra here. And
that actually might have gone a little differently if May hadn't blocked off her support with the wall. It actually backfired. Unfortunate for Kurukshetra, but they do have Dragon Blade and May's ultimate.
Yeah,
they've also got Soldier 76. Mercy, I've never really seen her do much with her device, but it is going to be available soon.
Yeah, that soldier, I mean, he just wasted a very good ult there with the main Blizzard and the Dragon Blade. They could have completely wiped out. You know, it all depends on the timing of the Blizzard and how many people it catches out. But right now, the side of Game Guardian, they're just doing a good job and they're forming out the ultimate. The Diva are coming in, take down 3
Triple
people.
kill coming up big. That is all they could have hoped for. Now the question is, can they capitalize? It is in overtime. The Farah ult comes, however, Winston's shield is there.
Oh, but
Blizzard comes out. Everyone's frozen. May is the only one there with a diva. Without her mecha, that was never going to end well for them.
Yeah, it's not looking good. As it looks like team Game Guardian, they're gonna win this. I mean, they're gonna have an advantage in this.
They
first
just
round.
won a defensive round.
Yeah, it was an offensive Kurukshetra, and Game Guardian, they played it really well.
Switching sides.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were talking about teams not really defending well, but here I personally don't think it was as much defending well as Kurukshetra not, moving and working in a coordinated fashion. They gave Game Guardian all those opportunities. They wasted ultimates one by one, and I think that's going to hurt them moving forward. They have just one chance to stay in this, guys. It is a best of 3. This is map 2. Game Guardian up 1-0. It's do or die for Kurukshetra.
Yeah, Kurukshetra, they either have to, if they should at least try the best to defend this first point and not let Game Guardian score the single one, so that they can win the second game and move on to game 3. But if if it does become a draw, then both teams, they will have to get serious about this and go in. And now let's take a quick look at the composition from
That's
both
actually
teams.
good from Kuruk 4 with that May wall boost. I honestly wasn't expecting that,
I'm not one for
given how
standing
they've
around.
played so far. No offense, but I love that these players are always surprising me with some great plays and great moves and knowledge, rather, right?
Yeah, I mean they're just it's
know-
like you learn something new as
Absolutely.
you keep playing the game. So hence they say if you want to be good, you gotta play a lot more.
Absolutely.
So-
And GeForce Experience, not GeForce Experience, the GeForce Cup is all about encouraging new players to try new games at the NVIDIA Certified cafes, which are, some of the best places to experience the latest games on the best hardware. You have that assurance of quality. Speaking of games, guys, NVIDIA's got a great new bundle if you pick up a GTX 1070 or 1080 in, from now on till 30th October. You get Gears of War 4 for Windows 10 absolutely free. Applies to laptops as well with those cards, and we are off.
Yep, it looks like the game has begun, and the Reinhardt.
And Codex actually gets stuck behind the main wall. Great work from Kuruk 4. Unfortunately, they couldn't deal enough damage.
Oh, but he's gonna get taken down immediately by that McCree. A good play coming out from him, and that right now is gonna. I mean, they're right now at a bad advantage here, but the main really don't help. He's gonna get taken down immediately
Once
by
again,
Tazzy.
I love how Tazzy just goes for Bastion regardless of whether it's offense or defense. He's like, I know what I do. Just play around.
Yeah, I mean that's like probably his niche pick.
Absolutely.
And he prefers going in for either that or could be, it could be a team strat for some
Fair
people
enough.
do.
Yeah. I mean, people might not be expecting, but then we've got a Bastion lead, Bastion going on. Both teams have a Bastion pick. Codex once again gets taken down. Kuruk's Reinhardt takes down the Game Guardian Reinhardt. Kuruk's Bastion takes down the Game Guardian Bastion. What is going on here?
There's too many
They're just trading.
Yeah, there is trading kills up right now, but both teams are doing it really well. And it looks like the McCree, he's got that dead eye up and ready. So does the Riptire from this Junkrat, and he's doing a really good job at the moment. So he can actually shoot over the wall and do some damage, but he's not going to do that. He doesn't want to reveal his position just yet. And he's
What do you mean not reveal his position? He stood in front of them right now.
No,
Come on, man.
during the war,
Blah, 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 blah.
anyway, back into the game. Kurukshetra did block all
I mean, he should really be using that Riptire right now. They have no idea it is going to come out at him. Once again, the main wall beautifully isolates Codex, and that is exactly what they want out of it. Oh, the Riptire, can he get the kill? No!
Unfortunately,
Unfortunate!
yeah, I mean, it looks like they kind of read that because the sound would have played, and they probably
I
wanted
mean,
back.
if he would have tried the Riptire from up here on the right side, that little platform, that was a guarantee.
Yeah. Oh,
The Earth Shatter comes out, but once again, the main wall isolating the Reinhardt from the rest of the team, and I think that May has just been playing perfect.
Yeah, I mean, also the Reinhardt, keeping his shield up and ready, cancelling that Earth Shatter, and I must say, that was a bad move coming up from Inflame there. He shouldn't have used that Earth Shatter while the shield was still up, and he was able to get the stun onto anybody. Whereas, the side of Game Guardian, they have got that stun move, and they are going to pop it up. Tazzy is going to pop up his ultimate. The ultimates are coming in from everybody inside.
Draz with the Rocket Barrage picks up the triple, except Maze freezes all of them, halting that push, giving the team precious time.
Oh, but McCree, he is still there at this point, and he could at least try and hold it on till the rest of the team come in here and support him. Oh, but goes and
Beautiful stun!
takes down RatZ, takes down Inflame, and that is a perfect defense from a McCree. This man knows what he's doing. He is truly the cowboy from the West.
He is the only reason Kurukshetra are still in this right now. There is no reason on earth they should still be holding on to that side, and that too without any progress from Game Guardian towards capture.
Yeah, I mean this is not looking good for Game Guardian. If they are not able to capture this point, they will lose this map here. And we'll be moving on to map number 3, and McCree, playing it absolutely beautifully. He still has that Deadeye rolling, and you see how they're focusing onto him. And
I'm surprised he hasn't used Deadeye yet. I think he's just gonna have to wait for that Bastion to push through while the rest are exposed. He's gonna want to save his Deadeye for then. Yep, and Kurukshetra once again, Codex is down, Inflame is down. What is happening? This is not 2 seconds. They didn't even make the first point. Oh my god.
Looks like Kurukshetra's defense on assault maps are something
Like,
extraordinary.
I'm just gonna say it. Holy shit. I did not expect that from Kurukshetra. They literally pulled that one out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, that was just an excellent play here. And Kurukshetra, even I have to agree with you. Holy shit! Like, what the hell was that? They just played amazingly well here. And, oh, this Diva play, we just have to wait and see which play this is. But if it's the one towards the side where she gets a typical, that would be like... It looks like that was the case here. There you go. That was just insane play coming out of Diva.
I mean, unlucky not to have gotten that point, but they did the job. They held off Game Guardian. The series is at 1-all. We are going to final third map, which is Control. Game Guardian will be picking the map now. We will be back after these short messages with the game in about a few minutes.
Reawaken your senses. Reignite your passions. Reimagine your experience. Reinforcements have arrived, and together we will gain victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What an amazing second match. RatZ and I still cannot get a hold of what just happened. Kurukshetra with a rabbit out of the hat. They needed that.
Like, what the hell, man? We saw their performance in the first game. After I saw that, I never expected them to, do it really well in the second game. But they just proved me wrong, and I'm actually glad they did, because I want to watch the control maps now, and we're going into Ilios here, a best of 3 control point for this third map chosen by the side of Game Guardian. And I'm just hoping, and again, control points, most people say it's kind of balanced, but again, some teams prefer control, some teams prefer assault and escort.
Absolutely. The thing about the GeForce Cup is all about promoting players to try out new games, experience new things, and the partnered cafes have been roped in to give players this access to Overwatch. So all these cafes, whether they're in your city, make sure you go over there. They've got access to Overwatch. You can play it there. You can experience it for yourself if you don't have it. It's about trying new things, and all these players have surprised us at every step.
Yeah, that shows. As you write, 2 Overwatch tournaments took place. The Community Cup and another, the Headhunters Open. And we saw a lot of players. It was only limited to 8 teams. Even this is limited to 8 cafes. But the 8 cafes here, I mean, these guys, nobody knows about them.
Yeah.
They're completely unknown, and now they're fighting for fame, but they're also fighting for fun.
Exactly. I mean, the great thing is all these guys are enjoying it. They're not like, yeah, we gotta win. You know, they're all having a good time. They're all being, you know, great to each other. There's no BMing in servers. And as far as I know, there is a great atmosphere at all the cafes with the Alienware Experience events, which is happening on all match days at all cafes. So, you know, if your cafe is playing next week, make sure you head on over there during the afternoon where you can experience Alienware's products, win some goodies, and just have a good time. And then you can be there during the GeForce Cup match time, as it will be screened at the cafe as well. So, you know, there is that whole atmosphere to the GeForce Cup. It is not just an online broadcast. So guys, I think we are ready. We're going into Ilios. It is a best of 3. Let's do this.
Yeah, I can't wait for control maps. I mean, personally, control maps are my favorite because Ilios and Lijiang Tower, because, you know, as if you play heroes that have the ability to knock back people, Lucio, Farah, and yeah, so basically that you can just knock people out of the map.
Absolutely.
So we are gonna go in live with this first point here, and we are ready. Right now, Ilios, the first point is gonna be this balcony area. I mean, I'm not sure what to call it exactly, but this is the points. Both teams, they will be coming in from either side, and this is gonna be really, really fun to watch because Lucios are gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm looking at Doodle and Kuruk 1 here. Also the Junkrat, of course, as well as RatZ playing on that Farah. Even Kuruk 4 will, will have a lot of fun here. So right now, its map is gonna start in 20 seconds. And looking at the composition, 3 DPS, 4 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 healer. Looks like Kurukshetra, they're gonna go in with their old strat, while Game Guardian, they're gonna stick to their normal 2 deep.
Tazzy once again on the Bastion, Jazz on his what do you call Farah, and they're gonna be hoping for the best.
Yep. And Kurukshetra, they are moving in quickly towards this point here, and they'll have to try and secure it as fast as they can. And looks like the May wall has been done, isolating both the tanks.
Great job isolating the two in the point. May's gotta get those headshots. The team's gonna focus fire. Ooh, the May gets taken down, unfortunately, getting too aggressive.
Yep, looks like one. He's looking in for this knockback here, but he's not getting that opportunity to do so.
I mean, he doesn't realize he's walking into a wall, exposing his back, getting hit, and
I mean, he can't walk through the shield and just knock him back.
Exactly,
down.
but he just didn't.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't know that, and he's just it looks like Team Game Guardian, they're going to capture this first point, and they are going to be moving, towards winning it.
It's only 13%, so there's a long way to go.
There's a long way to go indeed, and
misfire from the Kurukshetra May, if I'm not mistaken. Doodle tries to knock back Soldier, unfortunately it doesn't work. He's going to try and get back into sight behind his Reinhardt, wanting that security. But Kurukshetra coming up big, Genji with the double kill, triple, oh my god! And that is without his Dragon Blade, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he just came in, deflected the Bastion bullets there, straight towards Reinhardt's shield, and Bastion taking him down. And what happened to Kuruk 5? He kind of died, and looks like he fell off the map. Must have been a miscalculated blind jump. Yep. And he just went in full on and kind of took the fall there. And Kurukshetra, they're going to capture this point, and they're going to hold it until. Oh, but that is
Jazz with a wasted rocket barrage. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Not sure. Must have been
the Reinhardt wall was up. No, man. He went all the way up there. We got a Riptire coming in.
Into the iris.
Soldier with a double. That is going to be priceless. He does get taken down by Tazzy. Tazzy once again at it. Codex, I think, falling off the map.
Yeah, but Genji from Kurukshetra just wants to kill that Lucius so badly that roller skating must be really annoying for him, and they're going to hold on to this point. And only ultimately,
I think Kurukshetra just had enough people in the point. They were like, you know what, Genji, why don't you go take that person down? Use your Dragon Blade, it is worth it. It buys them more time because Game Guardian isn't going to want to push alone, and that is what Jazz was doing. He was away from the team and he paid for it. Reinhardt found him. Kurukshetra Reinhardt with the backstab. The Earth Shatter has to come in now. It has to. Oh my god, what is he doing? Use it. Please.
What's happening here? I mean, that was the perfect chance to use that Earth Shatter catching 3 people off guard and helping his team. But
Ladies and gentlemen, that could have secured the first round for Kurukshetra. That Earth Shatter was gonna catch the entire Game Guardian lineup off guard, and they would have been able to come back from that. At 80%, all people down. By the time they got to the point, it would have been 95, and they would have suffered.
Yep. Right now, the side of Kurukshetra, they've got 3 ultimates. In fact,
Bastion once again in a corner. Tazzy doing what Tazzy does.
And Tazzy just dealing a lot of damage there. And Genji, doing Genji things, trying to find out.
Just Genji things.
Yeah, just Genji things. Trying to take out
just one hit on Diva, but somebody managed to finish him off.
But this Reinhardt, man, he should have used that Earth Shatter, and because of that, they actually lost the lead in this first point. They have to actually do something about it.
Now Kurukshetra are basically in panic mode, going into the site one by one. Once again, Genji is not checking that corner. They know that's where Bastion is, and beautiful by May. Oh, but the Earth Shatter does finally come out. Reinhardt goes down. Draz with the double kill, but is it going to be enough? And it does seem so. Game Guardian will probably see this out. The soldier comes in, takes down the Bastion, but it is round 1 to Game Guardian. That unused Earth Shatter. I mean, 75%. He had the whole team in front of him.
I have no. I mean, if we've been talking about bad players since the pre-show,
yeah, I think we jinxed it.
We just jinxed it, and we just found out, and it's always been a Reinhardt for some odd reason. First game, first match, first game, it was a Reinhardt. The second match, the final game, it was a Reinhardt.
But on the other hand, we are being a bit too harsh. None of these guys are professional players, so I apologize if we seem harsh. These are regular cafe goers who have been selected to represent their favorite cafes in this tournament. They have been given this opportunity because they showed that passion, they showed that energy, they showed that enthusiasm, and hats off to all of them. It has been a great tournament so far. The second match has not disappointed us at all. Intense action. Yes, of course there are misplays, but these guys have really stepped up and given us some amazing Overwatch, and I honestly did not expect this level.
And looks like Gluz is going to be on that fire for now as he drops on 11.12, but he's going to get taken out immediately by this McCree, and that is actually going to help Kurukshetra in this 5 versus 6. But look at the backstab there. He's going to take down Tazzy immediately.
He's going to want to use the stun to pick off another player. The backstab on the Bastion, getting that bonus damage from behind, if I'm not mistaken, and he's not going to hurt him.
Does manage to take him out now, and McCree, he's just, that was the play of the game right there. And Kurukshetra, it looks like, they're just teaching Game Guardian a lesson, saying, hey, if you think you guys can backstab, so can we, and that's what he's been doing. He's already got his ultimate up and running.
Yep, I mean, how he uses this is going to probably determine how this round ends up, because Kurukshetra tend to snowball when things go wrong for them. May's also got her ult, so let's see what they make of it.
I mean, I like the way how Kurukshetra has adapted. And
you know what? They're just like Game Guardian. If you want to sit with a Bastion behind your Reinhardt, so can we.
Yep, and they're actually doing that really well. They did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that Bastion completely wrecked them. Lucio with his ult, he pops it, gives them that little boost going forward, but they're not really gonna utilize it.
Oh, but they did.
Zenyatta ult in! The amazing stumble. Not before Paul using her ultimate. Can they take advantage of it? No!
Unfortunately,
oh my god, the whole Game Guardian lineup was frozen in place. There was just nobody from Kurukshetra there to deal any damage. Finally, we see a Bastion ult come up, but it is not from Tazzy.
It's actually from the side of Kurukshetra, and looks like Tazzy is going to get taken down here. This McCree, he's playing it really well right now, and he's just dealing a lot of damage. He's going to get caught out here by the Spire. He's going to back away. Still got that McCree up and running, and Draz there with that rocket barrage.
Oh, beautiful.
Only manages to get one, but gets taken down immediately. So that was a 2-4-2. Make that a 3-for-2 exchange, as the fight is still going on here. Lucio alone at this point, and here comes the resurrection from Mercy. Actually brings down two members back. Kodex using that self-destruct, only going to take out to Lucio, but unfortunately Bastion is also going to get taken down here, and Game Guardian, they're winning this fight after.
Absolutely. I mean, Game Guardian are coming back in this Kurukshetra. Once again, have the point out of nowhere. I do not know what just happened.
well, I mean, fight. It just kept favoring
I mean,
Kurukshetra.
they just snuck in, got control, got a few percent, and then they're like, back to you, Game Guardian.
Yep, and who's just laying on that support Lucio, he's playing really aggressive and he's getting solo pick off.
So the good thing is, despite losing the site every few seconds, well, up until now, I just jinxed it. Kurukshetra were being patient, they were being smart, except now they just went and died one by one, 4 different people.
Of course, man, when you're one game down, you actually want to try and keep your hopes
You don't want to
alive.
leave anything to chance,
Exactly,
you don't want to be passive.
Especially in a best of 3. If it's a best of 5, it would have been a different story, but
Absolutely.
right now, Kurukshetra, they're panicking and they are not sure how they want to respond to this. And another self-destruct.
Another Diva self-destruct, he's gonna hope the walls protect him. And they do. Can Kuruktu's McCree create an opening? Oh, Shadow comes in, however, Kurukshetra blocks it. May's ult is going to catch out the Reinhardt. No, Zenyatta out of nowhere. That is crucial for Game Guardian, and that should be the game for them.
Wow, not like this, man. Kurukshetra, they are actually playing it really well. And I mean, it's really bad for the side of Kurukshetra as they
I mean, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I mean, Diva with a triple kill in the end on her ult, but hats off to both teams. That was an amazing match once more. Let's take a look at the play of the game. Jazz with the Farah.
Yep, he does. Actually, he gets a lot of kills. Yep, at this point here, I mean, he did have a couple of misplay rocket barrages. So, but looks like he's better off with just a single rocket launcher.
Yep.
As he just gets
Sometimes simple is better.
simplicity is at its best. And looking at that scoreboard, all 4 of the members of Game Guardian, they actually win it. So Game Guardian, they actually move on to the second round and face LXG Chennai. So that will be a match worth the watch.
Absolutely. I mean, second chance for Bangalore up against the Chennai team. However, we still have 4 more cafes who haven't gotten in on the action.
Yeah, I mean, there's yeah, exactly. There is I think the next match, LXG Bangalore versus AR Asylum from Katak. There's also Player Z Cafe from Chennai, and they are playing against.
Let's see, we'll just get back to you on that. We have the matches coming up on the next Friday and Saturday. It's going to be all over the NVIDIA India Facebook page, and the events are going to be created on YouTube. Remember, guys, if you live in one of the cities where there is a participating GeForce Cup cafe, there will be an event on match day at that cafe, where we'll have an experience zone. You can check out their latest products, get involved with the GeForce Cup atmosphere, win some goodies while you're at it, watch your cafe team participate, and you can also check out Overwatch as well if you haven't gotten a chance to play it yet.
Yep, it is a pretty fun game. So if you got a group of 6, just go to any of these NVIDIA Certified Platinum cafes. Go and play with your buddies, play together, have fun. I mean, you are watching the stream right now. You saw how these guys played, and these guys are new players. And who knows, maybe you could be the next Overwatch pro. So just go with it and start playing the game.
Absolutely, guys. And also, if any of you are looking to pick up a GPU right now, it is probably the best time. NVIDIA have an amazing bundle. If you buy a GTX 1070 or 1080 or a notebook with a 1070 or 1080, you can get Gears of War 4 for Windows 10 absolutely free, and I think that is one of the best bundles they have had. I mean, Gears of War has always had a massive fan following in India, and coming back to PC with a proper full launch, not a remaster, it is exciting. I can't wait to get my hands on it on Windows 10 on October 11th. The bundle, of course, is valid from now till October 30th.
Of course, yeah. And so I think that's about
it.
Yeah,
that wraps up our broadcast for this match, guys. Game Guardian coming out on top against Kurukshetra from Mumbai. Both teams put up an amazing show. We were treated to some great entertaining Overwatch once again. The GeForce Cup has not failed to disappoint so far, and I am excited what the other 4 cafes have to offer.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing to note, LXG Bangalore has a player from one of the top Overwatch teams in India, Mansoor Nabu Ahmed, and I actually want to see how he plays.
It is going to be exciting watching him play. LXG.
I just hope that match is not one-sided.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen some great back and forth action so far, and
let's hope
the trend continues.
Exactly.
All right, guys, that is all for this broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this match. Do not forget to subscribe to NVIDIA India on YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page as well, regular Facebook lives. And of course, there's the GeForce Cup Facebook event. Lots of updates. Like, get involved with the cafes where the events are happening. You can experience Alienware products firsthand and more. Guys, I've been Captain Arya, my co-caster as always, RatZ. It has been a pleasure bringing you guys the second match of the GeForce Cup. We will be back next Friday evening for the next match. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you guys had a good time.
Reawaken your senses. Reignite your passions. Reimagine your experience. Reinforcements have arrived, and together we will gain victorious.